G'day guys, welcome to another episode of Budget Off-Road Touring. So in this video we're going to go through our first impressions and initial review of the San Hima roof platform.
So the good thing about this rooftop platform is it's specifically made for a D-Max. So you can get universal ones or specifically tailored to your vehicle itself, but this one was really easy to install just because it was made for the D-Max itself. So that means the backbones were all the right size, everything else was specific. Also another thing is that the actual platform itself came already assembled. So I'm not sure if that's actually different for any other rooftop platforms, but we found that was really quick and easy. So all we had to do was take off the old roof racks that we had, which probably was the longest thing that, the longest time that we took to do something. And then it was just put in the bolts, put on the backbones, put on the rooftop, and it was done in 2 seconds. So yeah, really super easy to install this specific rooftop platform.
So one of the major contentious issues in the four-wheel drive world when it comes to roof racks is weight capacity. What can it hold, what can your vehicle hold, and what can you actually put up there? So the San Hima roof platform itself can hold 80 kilos dynamic load, so while you're driving along, and 200 kilos static load when you're sitting still, which is great for whether you're cutting stuff along or you got a rooftop tent up there and laying up there, you know the platform itself is going to hold the weight. The other issue though is what your vehicle itself can legally hold. So for us, we've tried looking at so many different spaces, talked to a few experts out there that we could find to work out what the D-Max weight rating is itself. So for us, the best answer, consistent answer I guess that we found was about 60 kilos that the D-Max can hold. And that with the roof rack itself weighing 19 kilos leaves us with about 41 kilos to play with for how much we can actually put on there. So for us, with either the solar panel and the awning, or at the moment with them off, and when we put the kayaks up there, we've plenty of weight to play around with. And yeah, we don't ever really put too much on the roof, but it is good to know that you've got that ability to load it up if need be. And that with the combination of the tub rack that we've already got, we've raised the tub rack so it's level with the platform, gives us a whole vehicle length of roof storage and space up there. You can divvy up the weight and spread it out, and yeah, makes life a lot easier to cart around.
So another good thing about the rooftop platform is it's got 6 channels along the actual platform itself to make easy install for any other accessories that we want to put on. So for now, we've actually taken off our solar panel and our awning that would usually sit on our roof racks that we had before. But just to see what we can experiment with, what we can add and take off, we've just left them plain for now with just 4 eyebolts on each side to easily tie down things at the moment. But all you'll need is the sliding nuts underneath, and then all your accessories would be able to just attach straight on top of it. And I'm sure they have their own install package and instructions, but it's really easy to do that, and they're all along the actual rooftop as well. So you got all sort of sides and angles to be able to do that on. So yeah.
So my favourite feature of the San Hima roof rack platform is the inbuilt light bar. So it comes pre-installed with a 28-inch Lightfox LED light bar, which we're running in partnership with a set of 9-inch spotlights up the front, and it makes driving at night so much easier. It also actually makes, as silly as it sounds, the light less obnoxious and intense. Because it's coming from up high, it distributes the light a lot nicer, makes the spotlights less harsh, I guess, when they're bouncing off the street signs as you're driving along. And yeah, so it's made it better for your eyes as you're driving at night, and I've felt a massive difference. So it comes pre-installed with a Deutsch plug for easy plug and play connections. All you've got to do is actually run the cabling obviously into the cab and connect it up to your battery, and all the fun from there. So I've always wanted to install a light bar on top of the roof of the D-Max, but with our previous setup couldn't quite work out the best way to, I guess, mount the light bar. Obviously the electrical side of it would have been the same, but having it pre-mounted and installed into the San Hima platform has just made life so much easier. And then now we get the joys of all those extra benefits that I mentioned before around intensity, more vision, and just better light distribution.
So overall, we're really happy with the San Hima rooftop platform. Based on our first impressions, we're excited for the potential that it can give us. I think we can put so many different accessories on there, whether it be rooftop tent, a new awning, or put the solar panels back on. I think it's got a lot of range that we can play around with our setup and have fun and figure out what's going to suit our next sort of style and plan with how we're going to travel with the car itself. But yeah, I think it's great. Like Sean said, I think the light is such an awesome feature to already be inbuilt as well, because it saves the extra effort of putting one on, which I know a lot of them don't really come with that. So yeah, I think it's really cool.
Yeah, and that in pair with the tub rack, to have that full vehicle length, it's just going to make life a lot easier. We're neither of us are tradies, but we do like to DIY a lot of things. So whether it's going down to the local hardware store and getting timber and anything else that goes up on the roof, having that full vehicle to tie things down to and less flopping around is just so much nicer for our lives, I guess.
Yep.
And that being said as well, we have had the chance to put a few things up there, and the paint's really thick, so nothing gets scratched up there.
Yeah.
So the coating's over the top of the aluminium is sturdy and does the job. It's light. It still gives us plenty of room to put things on the roof, a lot of weight to carry.
Yep.
And yeah, so we're so far loving this rooftop platform, and can't wait to include it in all our future adventures.